Hi there. Today's portion is from the Bible, is from Matthew 9, and I'm just going to read it from verse 2. Then behold, they brought to him a paralytic lying on a bed. When Jesus saw their faith, he said to the paralytic, Son, be of good cheer, your sins are forgiven you. And at once some of the scribes said within themselves, This man blasphemes. But Jesus, knowing their thoughts, said, Why do you think evil in your hearts? For which is easier to say, Your sins are forgiven you, or to say, Arise and walk? But that you may know that the Son of Man has power on earth to forgive sins. He then said to the paralytic, Arise, take up your bed and go to your house. And he arose and departed to his house. Now when the multitude saw it, they marveled and glorified God, who had given such power to men. So many times I have people say, well, look, why didn't Jesus say he was God? All the way different parts through the New Testament. And I'm saying this is one of those instances where he's not specifically saying, I'm God, but he is at the same time saying, I'm God, because only God can forgive sins. And Jesus is saying that not that he can say your sins are forgiven, because he can also say, rise up and walk. Where Jesus is saying, I am God, sorry. Okay, thanks for today. See you tomorrow. And as a little added bit to that, I think what's also interesting and also shows that Jesus is definitely God is it says, but Jesus, knowing their thoughts, said, why do you think evil in your hearts? So he knew what their thoughts were, and they would have known that he knew what their thoughts were. And they also knew that only God could have known what their thoughts were. So Jesus was doing it in a kind of like a double way. Number one, he said, arise, get up and walk, and he did. And number two, I know what your thoughts are. And they knew that he knew. So I thought he hit them twice.